It looks like we are live. Welcome, everyone. Okay, let's go. We'll get this show on the road for tonight. Oh, hang on. That's way too big. I don't need that. Gotta love technical issues, haven't you? Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, hi everyone, welcome. My name's Amanda Sutherland. Let's get this show on the road as we speak. So, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Amanda Sutherland, and I am often known as the Creative Content Navigator. I'm dedicated to helping entrepreneurs like yourself navigate the exciting journey that is business with creativity and clarity. And today we're going to be exploring a topic that is really close to my heart: celebrating wins and breaking down our ambitious goals into actionable steps. So I'm going to take you on a little bit of a story tonight, and then we're going to have a little bit of a bit of a celebration at the end of it. I want you, in the meantime, if you're joining me in the meantime, please celebrate your wins so we can create that community of celebrating wins, because they are absolutely incredibly important for us to do. So say hi and let me know what you're celebrating, and I'll try and catch as many as I can and give you a call out where I can. So let me get on with tonight's story. So the power of celebrating small wins, I'm going to use an example of Emma. Emma is a passionate entrepreneur just like many of you. Emma has embarked on a journey to launch her own eco-friendly skincare products, and this is driven by her love of sustainable beauty solutions. And in her entrepreneurial quest, Emma often finds herself overwhelmed by the myriad of tasks, from product development to marketing strategies. So this is the background to Emma's story. And I know as an entrepreneur I can relate to this, and I'm sure many of you can as well. So let's go into Emma's little story a little bit more. So last week, Emma was lucky enough to receive her first online order. It wasn't a substantial sale by any means, but what it did do, it marked the beginning of her dream taking shape. She realised the importance of celebrating each small step moving forward. It's not just about the sale. It's about acknowledging the effort and the dedication of her belief in her vision. So this is what we want to celebrate tonight. I want to explain tonight a little bit why we want to celebrate these wins, and go into a little bit of the reasoning behind it all. So let's have a look at some more information. So as entrepreneurs, we need to be celebrating small wins. It's not just merely a gesture of recognition, but it is actually a strategic tool that helps us with maintaining momentum, fostering positive mindsets, and let's have a look at some of the other insights that it gives us. So it actually helps to boost morale and motivation. So when Emma celebrated her first sale, it wasn't just a transaction. It was a validation of her business idea and a boost to her morale. Recognizing and celebrating these moments of progress keeps motivation high, especially during challenging times. Another factor to consider, it fuels continuous progress. Small wins often signify progress towards larger goals. And by celebrating them, entrepreneurs reinforce the habit of consistent effort and improvement. This habit fuels a cycle of achievement, where each small win builds confidence and propels them closer to the ultimate objective. So part of this is also cultivating a positive mindset. So entrepreneurship, as I know, as you who are watching us know, as anyone who's watching this who's owned their own business will know, it can be a roller coaster ride of highs and lows. Celebrating the small wins cultivates a positive mindset that sees setbacks as temporary rather than insurmountable obstacles. It fosters resilience and encourages entrepreneurs to stay focused on their long-term vision. It also helps you build momentum. Each small win contributes to building momentum in your journey. It creates a sense of progress, a sense of accomplishment that propels you forward, even when faced with daunting challenges and uncertain outcomes. Now, if you're lucky enough to be working with a team, and I happen to be lucky enough to have a beautiful team around me, but if you're lucky enough to also have a team around you, it actually helps enhance your team morale, believe it or not. It really does. It's working with a small team or collaborating with other people, celebrating the wins, actually, celebrating them together. It helps strengthen team morale. It creates a reinforcement of a positive work culture and achievements centered around recognition. It also builds that sense of camaraderie and helps you want to go to work. So that's another reason why celebrating every single win along the way, along your journey, is absolutely important. Now, the next thing I want to that's sort of the overall. The next thing I want to look at is how can you actually break down these massive, scary goals that we have, because they need to be so big that they're scaring us, into smaller, actionable steps. So let's have a look at some of that now. So let's go back to Emma's story and imagine you're standing at the foot of a mountain of tasks. Each step is going to bring you closer to the summit, and then, which in her case was the successful launch of her product line. So this is Emma's approach. She breaks down her big goal, launching her skincare line, into smaller, achievable tasks. She stays focused on things like researching the eco-friendly packaging options, testing product formulations, and creating a social media presence to build anticipation among potential customers. So you can actually even take that even further by breaking down the goals into actionable steps. It's absolutely essential. It helps you maintain focus and achieve your milestones more effectively. Now let's have a look at some practical strategies that can actually help you break down your goals into smaller, more manageable steps. So mind mapping. Now this is a great tool. I know it's a little bit of a buzzword, but it is actually a great tool to help you get started. So what that involves is you create a visual representation of your goal and all the tasks that are required to achieve it. So mind mapping tools can be as simple as pen and paper to brainstorm and organize your thoughts. If you're like me and you love Canva, they have a really great whiteboard area with lots of different examples of how to mind map. So if you ever want to know about that, let me know and I can help you out with that. Hi Kaylee. Kaylee's on TikTok, and we're all over the place as usual across all the platforms. So hello, welcome everyone. I only speak English, sorry. So where were we? So the exercise of actually brainstorming and putting your ideas down onto paper, it helps you to organize your thoughts, and it breaks your steps, identify what the big steps are, what the primary tasks are, and then helps you to break them down into smaller, manageable, bite-sized chunks that will help you get to them. Another common approach that people use is applying something called the SMART goal setting technique, which is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound approach to each task. This approach ensures clarity and accountability, guiding you towards concrete actions that align with your overarching goal. For example, Emma's idea of launching her skincare line. So let's have a closer look as to what each of these mean. Specific. Define exactly what you want to achieve. So for example, instead of improved social media presence, specify increase Instagram following, for example, by 20% in 3 months. So that gives you something to actually aim at. Measurable is the next part of the SMART goals. Establishing a criteria for measuring your progress. So this could be numbers, it could be percentages, it could be milestones. It really depends on the goal and how you decide to measure that goal. Now, the next part of the SMART goals is the achievable aspect. You need to make sure that your goal is actually realistic given your current level of resources and other constraints. So whilst you might have a pie in the sky goal, To get to that point, you need to make sure you've got achievable tasks that will help you get there. You can't just go, it's like a baby learning to walk. You can't go from here to here without experiencing anything in between. You've got to have the in between, and that's where setting small achievable goals along the way to your big goal is absolutely useful. So the next part of the SMART goal setting process is making sure that each step or each little goal is relevant. So it has to align with the broader business or business objectives and vision, but the whole thing has to relate to each other. So the last part of this is to set deadlines, and that creates a sense of urgency and helps you to stay accountable to yourself. Because otherwise, if you don't have a deadline, it's too easy to go, do it later. And when you keep putting things off because you've got the whole idea of do it later, it just means things never get done. Whereas if you give yourself a goal of a date or a timeline, it gives you something to work to and it helps you focus. So let's have a look at something else. So prioritization is the next step in the puzzle. So once you've mapped out your tasks, and you need to prioritize them based on the urgency and importance. So part of your brainstorming process, you need to identify the critical path or the critical tasks that directly impact the timeline or the success of your project or idea or concept or whatever you're trying to do. Focus on completing those first. And what that does is it prevents overwhelm and ensures steady progress towards your overall goal. Urgency is your next thing. Tasks must be completed sooner rather than later due to a deadline or dependencies. So that really helps you focus again. Importance. Tasks that make sure that the tasks are things that directly contribute to the success of your project or business objective. Next in our list of ways to actually make all of this happen is set milestones. Break your project timeline into small milestones, marking each significant achievement or stage of completion. So this is where celebrating reaching the small win or small milestone comes into play. As it celebrates significant progress, it provides motivation to move forward. Milestones also allow you to track your progress and make necessary adjustments to your strategy. So examples of a milestone might be, for example, completing a project phase, launching a beta version, securing your first order, reaching a revenue target. But you also, when you're setting all these goals and looking to help yourselves out and keep going, you need to maintain a certain amount of flexibility and adaptation. So entrepreneurship, working for yourself, is dynamic, and plans may need to adjust along the way. By staying flexible and open to adapting your goals and strategies based on feedback, market changes, or unexpected challenges, it allows you to foster resilience and enhances your ability to navigate uncertainties effectively. So there's another part to this that we're going to start talking about now, and it's called strategy. This is where I'm going to look into some strategies for practical examples to help you do it. So let's now explore practical strategies and real-life examples tailored to entrepreneurs like Emma, who would like to navigate the complexities of branding, technology, and customer engagement. So Emma starts by applying the SMART criteria to her goal-setting process. By making her goals specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, she is ensuring she has clarity and direction in her journey. So she sets a SMART goal to launch her skincare line within 6 months. Her goal is specific, that is the launch skincare line, measurable, and that's tracking sales and customer feedback, available based on market research and product development timeline, relevant, which making sure it aligns with her objectives, and time-bound, 6 months. So Emma then learns to celebrate not only sales milestones, but also achievements like positive customer feedback, media features, successful collaborations. All of these moments of celebration not only acknowledge her progress, but also inspire her to push forward. So, for example, Emma celebrates achieving her first 100 online orders with a special customer appreciation event. It showcases customer testimonials and offers exclusive discounts on future purchases. Now, the next thing we all should take into consideration is we are learning and adapting all the time. So like every entrepreneur, Emma faces challenges along the way. Production delays, unexpected costs, technical glitches. But the trick here is, instead of seeing them as setbacks or failures, she viewed them as an opportunity to learn and adapt her strategies and grow stronger. That's why you'll often hear successful entrepreneurs say failure is always an option. So, for example, going back to Emma's story, she was unexpectedly faced with supply chain disruptions. So what she's done is she's explored an alternative eco-friendly packaging options, communicates this situation transparently with her customers about the delays, and it turns that challenge from being something devastating into an opportunity to build trust and loyalty. So another thing we need to also do is to be implementing effective strategies. So let's explore some of these additional strategies that can help us with some actionable tips to enhance our journey along the way. So we have things like effective time management. As we all know, whether it be that we are working for somebody else or working for ourselves, it doesn't matter what the situation is. We all know that time is a precious resource for everybody. And by implementing strategies such as time blocking, prioritizing tasks, leveraging productivity tools, we can optimize our workflows and maximize our efficiency. So let's have a look at a couple of these quickly. So time blocking. So to explain what that is very quickly, time blocking is where you dedicate specific blocks of time to focus on specific tasks or categories of tasks. This allows you to ensure that you have undivided attention and productivity. So prioritization also is using techniques like the Eisenhower matrix to categorize tasks based on urgency and importance. So we are tackling, with this concept, we are tackling high priority tasks first, and that helps us maintain momentum. So let me try that one again. Productivity tools allow you to, you should explore digital tools like Trello, Asana, or Todoist for task management or project tracking, and collaborating with other team members or freelancers. And what these tools do, I actually use one called Airtable, and you can actually set out a list of tasks and set check boxes so you can tick them off. It actually helps you prioritize your list and create where things are done. It just helps keep you focused. So moving forward, in today's digital age, a robust online presence is absolutely crucial for entrepreneurs just like you and me. It's focusing on creating valuable content that engages with your audience on whatever social media platform that they're on. And tonight, as an example, we are on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And that's where I find most of my people. You will understand through your own customer journeys where your people are. And if you create content that meets them where they are, it really helps you build your presence. So optimizing it also helps you to optimize your website for user experience and search engines. So with content creation, you want to look at developing a content strategy that really speaks to your brand. It uses your voice and really resonates with who your target audience is. It's got to resonate with their interests, with their pains, so they can get to know who you are. So I've got a suggestion on here of how do you get 150 followers. Well, I started just by posting really understanding who my customer avatar is or who my ideal client is. Once I started understanding who that was, I was able to start posting content that was more relevant to them. And once that happened, that brought a couple of people to me, and then the social media platforms start sharing it out for you. And once you get a few people and they start sharing your content, it starts to build, sort of thing. It's an ongoing thing that we all need to do. I hope that's at least remotely helpful. Yeah, you got whatever content you post has to be relative and really resonate with who your ideal client is. So you've got to understand that when you're creating your content. So that's an essential tip I can give you. You do need to understand that. So another thing you can do to help boost that engagement and boost your followers is regularly interact with your followers. Respond to comments and messages as promptly as you can. Participate in industry related conversations and just build a whole sense of community around your brand. Website optimization is actually kind of really cool, because what it does is if your website is mobile friendly, easy to navigate, and optimized with something called SEO, it actually helps to attract organic traffic to the website and your search engine rankings. And that's things like being found higher in the Google listings. So one of the things you can do to help with that is actually what I do now is when I put together a post, I make sure that even the words in my posts on whatever platform I'm using, they are optimized for SEO. Because using certain words, Google and whatnot will actually pick those words up, and when someone searches those keywords, it helps ranks your content higher and puts your content in front of those people. An example of this was a couple of years ago. I was fortunate enough to have a drama school, and at one point, because I had done my SEO on my website, I was the first listed drama school in my area that came up when somebody looked for a youth drama school. So this is the importance of taking these things into consideration. It actually helps bring people to you. So another thing as a entrepreneur that we need to do, that's great that you comment on all your followers. It really does help them. It really does help to see that who doesn't have, what I'm trying to say here, it really helps people to feel like they're being seen and heard. That's at the end of the day, that's a very human need. And look, it's not necessarily going to happen straight away. You've got to be in it for the long game. The followers do come. When I first started, say, this version of my current business, I only had about 100 people following me, say, on Facebook, and now I'm up to 3,500 people, and it's taken me a long time to get to that. But consistency is a big key in that. And another thing that helps with that is cultivating resilience in your mindset. It's working for yourself, entrepreneurship. It's a journey. It's filled with ups and downs. You need to cultivate resilience by nurturing that positive mindset. And that can take the form of seeking support from mentors and peers. It can be taking the opportunities, as we said earlier, to learn from both your successes and your setbacks. Taking the opportunity to stop and think what worked well, what didn't work well, what can we tweak. So all of this stuff helps you build that resilience and create that sense of willing to try. So a mind shift, it also helps to create a mindset shift. That when you can do that, it helps you to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. And when you take the time to reset or reframe setbacks as an opportunity to learn, it becomes a valuable lesson that strengthens your resilience and your determination. So community support is another thing. So joining entrepreneurial networks, attending industry events, participating in online forums or mastermind groups to connect with like-minded professionals and share experiences, it gains insight, helps you to gain insights into overcoming challenges. And that also means that you don't feel like you're alone on this journey, because we're not. We're only alone if we allow ourselves to be alone. So this is the part of tonight where I actually want you guys to have a bit of a go here. Tell us something that you've got to celebrate. Like for me this week, on a personal level, I got results back from the study I've been doing. I'm studying a Bachelor of Arts at uni. So I'm nearly 50-year-old, going to uni with 20-something-year-olds, and these guys are amazing at what they do. But I've done really well this semester, and I've actually been able to achieve 2 distinctions for my subjects that I've worked on this semester. So I'm taking a moment to celebrate that. You need to take a moment to celebrate something that you've done. Sorry, I have a lot of information to get through. If you would like to send me a private message, I can actually possibly help you work out through some of these things you're trying to work here. There's a lot of information to get through, and we only have a little bit of time. So do send me a message, and I will try and get back to you to help out as best I can. So, yeah, sharing your experiences, share your insights, pop them in the comments so we can celebrate together. That's the kind of things we all should be doing to help each other. So let's keep it up. I know. Actually, it's not just the 2 of us in the room. I've actually got people over on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube as well, because I go live on 4 different platforms at once on a Friday night, so that I can actually help as many people as I possibly can. Now, I do come back and help as best I can after the comments, after the live finishes. So please pop your comments in the questions in the comments, and I will come back to them for you. So let's have a look. So wrapping up tonight, have a think about what's one thing that is your takeaway. What's one thing that I know I've covered a lot of information, but what's one thing that has actually stood out to you? What's one thing that you're willing to try for yourself? So yeah, participate by sharing something you feel a win, what it meant to you. Include lessons that helped you along the way. Let's celebrate together. And unfortunately, we are coming to a close tonight. I only get half an hour, and I know it's a lot of information, and I really do want to try and help as many people as I possibly can. So please share. I want to express my gratitude for you guys for taking the time to stop and listen to me, and to join me and just participate in whatever way you're able to. I really do appreciate all of that. And when you trust me enough to share your experiences, or trust the world enough to share your experiences, that's awesome as well. And I really can't wait to see what everyone comes up with. So thank you everyone for all of your participation. So until next time, which will be this time next week as well. I was supposed to be having surgery next week, but they've postponed that, so I will be around next week. So I'll look forward to seeing you all next week. And yeah, just remember to celebrate every win, big or small, and to keep navigating your journey with creativity and courage. Thank you for joining. If you've got any questions, send them to me as a DM, and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. Anyway, in the meantime, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see everybody next week. Bye for now.